Hello, hello, hello. All right, you all, we have a great one this afternoon. My name is Patanya Barnett. I am the senior and the managing member of Kingdom Producers Internationals. KPI, we stand for a lot of things, but one of the things that we stand behind is our area of continuous improvement. So not only do we help with continuous improvement, but we specialize in 5S. We specialize in education. We offer tutoring services. We offer coaching for students K through 12. And we also offer business coaching for those who desire that push. And one of the things that I love about being me and my company is that we are here to help build. As the person who I'm ready to bring on, I was just sharing with her, I really love talking about business. If you really want to get me happy, get me excited, let's talk about business. Let's talk about your name. Let's talk about branding. Let's talk about you getting to that next place, working for yourself. And it's not so much about working for yourself, but it's about doing what God has called you to do, and that's why I believe when I was given this name, this company back in 2009, I believe that was one of the mandates was to produce. So a lot of things behind it, but I'm excited to say that's what we specialize in, going into other companies, helping small businesses, um, brand their name, go from one place to the next, improving, eliminating waste, specializing in 5S, the methodology. I use that when it comes to lean thinking. Some of you are aware, and if you don't know, you will find out very soon. I do have an ebook that is on its way. It's called 5S Methodology, Lean Thinking. So it's specializing, excuse me, the ebook is specializing in the way that we think and how do we merge thinking in a positive way or reducing the ways of negativity so that we can have a better outcome as far as productivity. That's whether it is with your family, in the corporate world, in ministry, it doesn't matter. So there are 5 tools that we utilize in the manufacturing world that I have adopted and what I consider to be very effective in continuous improvement in our life. So, yeah, so this month, this is what I'm doing. I am talking, I'm showcasing some small businesses, some startups, and those who may have, been in the game for a minute, just to introduce them to you because some of you may have heard of them, some of you may not. And as KPI, that's what I do. I help produce. I help a lot, it's also that opportunity, opportunity for them and opportunity for you to hear about them. So nevertheless, I'm not going to prolong my introduction. At this time, I'm going to bring to the stage. Yeah, there she is again. Hello.
How are you
Hey,
today?
oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a push day for me, but I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. I get it. I get it. Well, you know, T, I'm glad that I have you on here. I have you on here, not, how can I put it? Not just because, not
Okay.
because I just like you.
Hmm.
I do like you. Okay. But I have you on here because, you know, that one night we was talking and you began to just talk. I'm like, oh my gosh, this woman is intelligent. This woman got some stuff going on. And I think that we all need to hear. I know you do your segments at our church. I know that we've had a couple of segments here, just being us, just talking. But now we're
Hmm.
talking about business. And as I said just a moment ago, when we talk about business, you have my attention. Um, yeah, you really do. It's like sitting down eating ice cream, just and watching, your favorite movie. That's how I feel when anybody come to me and say, "Hey, I want to start my own business," or "I just started. I get so excited, whether I put my hands to it or not. I get so excited because for me, it is bringing the glory out of them.
Mm.
So no idea is a bad idea. So when people come to me and say they have an idea to start their business, my ears are open. Let's hear it. What do you want to do? So talk to us. Tell us about your company that you just started. I know you have some things in the fire, but let's talk
Mhm.
about the one you just mentioned the other night.
Okay, my embryo company is called Legacy Life.
Uh huh.
And it's called Legacy Life because God spoke to me and commissioned me that my children's generation
Hmm.
should be the last generation to work for somebody else.
All right. Speak on that.
So the founding purpose of Legacy Life is to create a platform for my grandsons to be able to be entrepreneurs.
Uh huh.
And Legacy Life consists of a travel agency and real estate. And the real
Okay.
estate is Airbnbs. And so we're pretty much trying to create a full service travel experience.
Okay. Okay.
And like I said, it's an embryo right now, but
Okay.
I am I am feeding this embryo and taking good care of myself so that my embryo
Hmm.
can grow into a healthy baby, hopefully to be delivered by 2025.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds
Yes.
good. See, because I like to get pregnant and push the same day. You know, uh, hey, why not? Who don't? You know, that's what we're supposed to do. We find out
Yep.
and we start pushing. But it's a process, the steps, in order to be successful. One of the things I will share is that, when it comes to business, again, we all, or those of us who have ever dreamed of having their own, you know, there it comes work. Work comes with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times I hear clients, they come to me or people come and they say, I want my own business because I'm tired of somebody telling me what to do. Or I just want to work for myself so I can have my own time or my free time. And I laugh. I laugh because I'm like, nah, it's not even like that. It don't even
Right.
work that way. You work
Mm-hmm.
hard for yourself
Mm-hmm.
than you do for somebody else. But the reward comes in is knowing that it is your vision. It is your vision. So
Yeah.
tell us, how did this vision, you said that the Lord gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
How did, or what made you feel like this is the confirmation to move forward with Legacy Life?
Well, it's something I had been thinking about. So I
Uh-huh.
got into the travel industry because I love to travel.
Okay.
And a young lady that I travel with a lot said to me, as much as you travel, you should really become a travel agent, if nothing more than to get the benefits when you travel of being an agent.
Okay.
And then my very intelligent and beautiful daughter
Hmm.
said, well, mommy, if you want to book trips, I'll help you book trips.
Uh-huh.
And I said, okay. So the real estate component was that was my plan. I'm gonna
Hmm.
buy up this property. We're gonna do Airbnbs. We're gonna do student housing. We're gonna have rental property. And then I said, okay, well, if we're gonna do travel, then we can offer full service travel with Airbnbs. And we're not just looking to have Airbnbs in the upstate New York area and in the Carolina area, but we're looking at Florida and other states,
Okay.
for popular travel. And then I met this lady named, they call her the Apostle of the Quintana of the Barnett, right?
Okay.
From the tribe, from the Barnett tribe.
For the broad,
And,
yeah. Yeah, that was, I know her.
and one day she made the prophetic statement that she was like, I don't know what those that came before you have missed, but you're gonna get it. So that's not verbatim, but that's pretty much how that went. And of
Right.
course, I kind of brushed it off like, yeah, okay. And during my time of prayer and fasting and meditation, God was like, okay, it's time. And it's something that I had, like I said, I thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
but to piggyback off what you said, the work, and I mean, just the initial leg work was like, oof, how long I gotta sit on this computer and do all this? I could be doing something else. Like
Yeah.
I could be watching basketball, I could be watching Netflix, I could
Mm-hmm.
be doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then it was finally like, okay. And my oldest grandson is 16, time for him to get a job. And I kept telling him, man, you don't really have to work for anybody else. You can, you're an athlete, you're intelligent, you can coach, you can tutor, you can be a basketball ref.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, okay, okay. So in order for it to become a reality, I have to lead by example.
Right.
And
Right.
that was another one of the things that God had been dealing with me on, is that it's time for me to start setting an example for my
Right.
grandchildren and my children. So that's the long answer to that question.
Okay. You
Mhm.
know, as I said earlier, I've been doing this as far as KPI since 2009. And we were in service. Matter of fact, we was at our very first location. And it came about through a prophetic song. And everybody got hyped, and it was like, because we are kingdom producers, and it just kept on and on, and just going on. And then one day I was sitting down eating after that service, and the Lord was letting me know, you know, help people to produce, because I was already doing certain things. I just wasn't
Mhm.
charging people. I was already
Mhm.
writing grants. I didn't say that in my initial statement, but KPI, I've written $1 million grants. I've come in behind other companies to make sure that they receive the grant again. So a lot of people come to me for grant writing. They will come to me for um, a lot of times. Let me go back to the grants. When people hear grants, especially, not trying to be funny, but especially Black people, they want a grant for everything.
Mhm.
And and what it is they have heard people say that you can get a grant for everything. You can get a grant for having, or being left-handed. And because of that, they want you to write a grant. But what people don't realize is that the grant process is so competitive, and a lot of times
Mhm.
we're not prepared as Black companies. We're not prepared. We're not ready to compete against another company that has been doing the same service for X amount of years. And then they get upset when they say, well, how come I didn't get, or why don't you want to write me a grant? Well, again, it's not that some grants are not available. It's just, are you able to compete? What
Mhm.
does your company look like? And that's where I come in. When I take, and I don't necessarily take the apostle hat off. We just change seats. I just change how I'm sitting when I'm talking to anybody. And I say that because I don't just deal with people who are in the church. My my goal is to help any person to produce, a healthy business. So anyway, so I said all that to say, when we are moving forward in our business, we have to look at the structure of our business, and we also have to understand that there are going to be some work. Um, Again, you're not going to always be able to find that outside funding, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to put in the legwork and be okay with it. And so what happens to us is that because we don't have enough funding, what we do is we quit, or we still continue to work, which is still good, it's fine, but a lot of times we quit because we don't have the funding. What I like to do is sow seeds into other people's business. For me, this is a seed, sowing, letting people know, hey, what is there or what is to come, you know? And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody can call you or call me, be like, well, hey, how can I get hooked or introduced to her? This is what we do. This is what we want to do, is to help push you or anybody else to that next place. Because like I said, even though I've written grants and I've seen it work. I know how it works. And even with certifications, as a matter of fact, I just got through doing a report for another company just this week because the person wants to see, does she qualify for certification? As Black people, there, well, not so much Black, as a minority, we do qualify for a certain, or there's a certain types of certification we qualify for. But this is what we hear, right? We
Mm-hmm.
hear certifications, you can get it, and it qualifies you for grant money, right? Or federal money. But what they don't tell you is it depends on how you are in the bracket with the
Mm.
NAICS code. If your
Okay.
code, if your code is not where the SBA say that it should be, you're not eligible. You understand? You're not eligible. So I like to provide information to tell people, yes, there's money out there. Yes, the government has tried to make it easier for minorities uh, to get in the field, get in the game. They tried to level out the playing field. But to be honest, it is still a lot of work that needs to be done. So
Mm-hmm.
with that, we have to be very creative on how we get our monies. You know, I tell people, not only just, don't just only go after grants or look for grants, but go after OPM, other people money. You're going to
Right.
need other people money, to do what you do, to sponsor you, to help you so that you can stay, connected to that resource. So, if you don't mind, share with me, share with others how moving forward you see yourself flourishing. What do you see? Because you're leaving a legacy to your children and your children's children. Explain to the people why this is important. Because when we say, because you got jobs, and then we have employment, and then we have our own, right? Our own business.
Mm-hmm.
Explain
Mm-hmm.
to the people why it is so important that your company produces a wealth. You know what I'm saying? That, such a wealth that your grandbabies don't have to work. Not making
Well,
sense?
I think to me it's important because it kind of goes back to something you were saying about um, the belief that this type of wealth is not for people who look like us.
Uh-huh.
So I need for my grandchildren to understand that when the word says that a cattle on 1,000 hills belongs to the God that we say we serve,
Mhm.
there's not a colon that
Mhm.
says if you're this color,
Right.
or if somebody else died and left it to you. But I want them to be able to put in the work,
Right.
to build it, to pass it on to their children, and
Right.
to benefit from it.
Right.
So it's really important for them to see it from the ground up,
Okay.
and for them to know that um, mommy and grandma and uncle didn't go to school and get all this student loan debt just to have to work and pay back the student loan debt.
Right. Right.
But that we've put in the work so
Right.
that we can have something that has our name on it,
Right.
and that we can have people who don't necessarily look like us to be
Right.
employed by us. It
Right.
doesn't have to always be that the CEO and the CFO and everybody at the top looks like somebody else,
Right.
but they can look like you. You know, we get a lot of talk about, well, we had a black president. No, we had a biracial president. We had a black first lady. And how long are we gonna ride off of that coattail?
Exactly. I get it.
And it's so like the president, okay, that's cute, but can we have somebody a little bit more relatable? Jay-Z and Beyonce, no thank you. Everybody can't sing, everybody can't entertain, and entertainment and sports is one of those boxes that
Mhm.
they try to put people in.
Right.
So
The big thing.
I want them to fully experience
Right.
that Jesus came so that we could have life and have it more abundantly. So
Right.
the cattle on a thousand hills belongs to my God, my Father,
Right.
and it's real. It's touchable for you. So it's not, so much that I want them to have the money. I want them to have the full experience of the wealth, of the entrepreneurship,
Right.
and to be able to put their talents to work for themselves, and
Right.
and for their legacy. Hence
Right.
we have legacy life.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Right. And that's good. That's good because, as I was talking about the finances and stuff, when you work for yourself or you work for something and you see it being built from the ground up, you tend to have more respect for it
Mhm.
than something just handed to you. And, like when I say like my services, for example, they're half off for the month of February. It's not necessary that I just choose February or I have always chose February to do special things, but I do want to make recognition to a lot of the companies that I can locally to let it be known that, hey, there are some people who's working from the ground up, who's trying to establish something, and it's not with the attitude, I don't want to work for anybody. Because I tell people, if you say that you don't want to work for anybody, then you're going into business for the wrong reason. Because you're going to
Mhm.
always have to work for somebody. You
Yeah.
know, you have to work for your customers, your
Mhm.
clients. You have to work for them, and you have to understand that when you're building for the ground up, again, it's so important on how you sow those seeds of kindness, seeds, you know what I'm saying? Seeds of
Mhm.
understanding. Okay, yes, they may have messed up your dry cleaning, but are you going to cuss them out? Or are you going to be like, oh, okay, I give her grace. She got the wrong
Yeah.
thing. She went to aisle 3 when she should have been going to aisle 15. I'm gonna give her some
Mhm.
grace because the world is cruel. People will get on Google and they will make a poor review in a minute, and that's what I want our people to be aware of. Yes, we're excited. Yes, we want to move forward. Yes, you can be walking in dignity and with integrity, but there's always going to be that person on the outside to do X, Y, Z. But as long as we do our best to make sure we cover our steps, then we should be fine, or at least be ready and prepared if you have to face those type of situations, when it comes to owning your business. Because again, it's work. It is work. And I
Mhm.
tell people, if you're not willing to put in the time, you can't just clock out and be like, you know what, I'm through. No, especially you not right now. Yours is, in this embryo stage. So you
Yeah.
definitely you don't have time to hang out, you know. And people don't
Mhm.
understand sometimes, when you work or you're working on a project and somebody may want you to go and hang out or go do something, but you can't because you gotta work. You may not necessarily be making profit at that moment, but
Mm-hmm.
you are working. And that's what people, they have to understand when you start your own business or when you are in your business. My point is, don't give up because you may not see, the results immediately. You will, but you're going to have to put in the time, just like the CEO that you work for today, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because if we can work somebody else's vision, pay attention to the job description, honor it. They say, what? Work 40 hours, you work 40 hours. Then
Right.
guess what? We should be prepared to do that within our own, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it goes still back up here. Your
Mm-hmm.
mind. How bad do you want it? You know, how bad? And I'm excited for you because not only do you offer traveling, but you're also offering a place where people can stay. Nobody wants to go and go to a raggedy hotel and
Right.
they end up going to, what I'm saying, Disney
Mm-hmm.
World. But all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, but they in a particular room, and there's bugs all in the room. No, nobody
Mm-hmm.
want that. People want to
No.
enjoy their stay when they do get back to their room. And I believe that you're going to provide the spirit of excellence, to your clients or to the consumers who come to you. So I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
glad I
Thank
know you.
you. So I'm glad to know you too.
I think I told you that. I'm glad I know you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I share something with you?
Yes.
Share something else? I want to
Mm-hmm.
read something to you. I used to be a supervisor at a pharmaceutical company, and my plant manager bought all of the managers this book by John C. Maxwell. It's called the Maxwell Daily Reader. And for today's date, 7th, I want to read what it says. People add the most value in their strength zones. People often ask me what the key to my success is, and I tell them that I think it can be attributed to three things. Number one, the goodness of God. Number two, the excellent people around me. And three, my ability to stay in my strength zone. It took the first 5 years of my professional life to figure out what my strengths were. But with the passing of years since then, I've narrowed my focus down to fewer and fewer things. As a leader and employer, I try to help others do the same. I help them find their strength zones, and I try to position them there as much as possible. You see, a successful person finds the right place for himself, but a successful leader finds the right place for others. How do I do that? First, I look for the best in others. Anybody can see weakness, mistakes, and shortcomings in others. Seeing only the good things is harder. Hall of Fame baseball player Reggie Jackson said, a great manager has a knack for making ball players think that they are better than they think they are. He lets you know he believes in you. And once you know how good you really are, you never settle for playing anything less than your very best. That's true in any area of life: business, parenting, marriage, ministry, and so forth. Don't look for the flaws, warts, and blemishes in others. Look for the best. Second, I speak up. You can think the world of others, but if you never actually tell them, then you don't really help them. I have always believed that all people have a success seed within them. I often look at other people and ask, what are their success seeds? When I discovered them, I point them out to those individuals. Then I fertilize those seeds with encouragement and water them with opportunity. So I wanted to share that with you because as we move forward, I, and let me add this: look for the best in others and help them see it too. As we move forward in life, as you continue your journey with your business, I want you to focus on your strength zone.
Mm-hmm.
What are you strong in? And focus in that area. Here at Kingdom Living, I'm going to help you in that area anyway. But on the outside, take those. And that's why I said something about you talking. talking more, letting us know what's inside of you, because that seed that's inside of you now is coming out. And so not only will I be blessed, but think about the other people that surround you. They're going to see you more than what you say they call you, what your grandbabies call you.
Monty.
My T. That's
Mhm.
cute. Your friends, your family, they're going to see you beyond just being who you are because of your areas of strength, you know? Not to change your personality style, but
Mhm.
really believe that even in this ain't it. Yeah. Yeah, I really believe. I really believe there's so much more that he has and he's going to deliver, to you and help brand and I believe God is going to sponsor your business. And again, I'm so excited to know you. So anytime you can continue to do what you do, I know your heart is pure, your heart is good, and you're willing to help anybody who wants to be helped. Sow that seed because that's your seed of strength, your kindness, your heart, your availability.
Okay.
Watch what he does to your business. All I
Okay.
want to say is, you know, when I want to travel, uh, can I please get a discount? Listen, you know what I
Got
got to
you.
ask. Can I get 10% off?
I got you.
You got me. See, I didn't ask you to do it for free. I
Mhm.
didn't say,
Mhm.
just hook me up. I just said, 10%.
Yes. Yeah.
Just cut me some slack.
Yes.
So anything you want to share before we get off?
Um, there is another opportunity that I've had to operate in what I really believe is my strength. I am partnering
Okay.
with a close friend of mine
Mm-hmm.
in a mental health service,
Mm-hmm.
and I will have a branch here in North Carolina.
Okay.
Um, it's coming out of the Baltimore D.C. area.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, God has been really busy. He's been really busy, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and I anticipate great things. The the coaching services,
Mm-hmm.
that business is called Just Breathe,
Okay.
and I will be doing life coaching here in North Carolina.
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Listen, next month is Women's Month, and I
Mhm.
definitely gonna have to set the platform up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's good
Mhm.
stuff. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. But I want to encourage
Uh-huh.
somebody um, who listens to this whenever they listen to it, if it's 20 years down the line, that don't give in to what statistics say.
Mm-hmm.
I am a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
I am a product of the West Side in a little town in upstate New York.
Uh-huh.
I had some financial difficulties, and if anybody had seen me 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
they wouldn't have believed that I would be where I am today. And I know that God will continue to take the foolish things of the world to confound the
Mm-hmm.
wise. And I am a homeowner. I am a very well educated individual, but not
Who's one plus one?
because it depends on what the one and the one is.
Ooh, it's not you.
And it's, and it's all because God said yes to some things and
Right.
God said no to some other things.
Right.
So
Right.
I believe today that when we decide to open the ears of our heart
Yes.
to hear God and obey his direction for our lives,
Hmm.
that the sky is not even the limit.
Right.
Eyes have not seen, neither ears have heard or entered into the hearts of man what God will do for you.
Right.
But we have to line up
Right.
with his divine right purpose for our lives. And I hadn't always done that. And in the process of not doing that, that was what delayed,
Hmm.
but God's purpose will never be denied. So
Right.
now I'm able, this is my time. This is
Right.
my time. And I have no regrets
Hmm.
because everything that happened,
Uh-huh.
I'm able to use it.
Right.
So just stay encouraged and do not give the enemy any space in your head or in your heart.
Right.
But just and don't beat yourself up for
Right.
decisions that weren't wise.
Right.
Um, just brush your shoulders off and keep it moving because it's with God you can do it. You can
I
you
believe.
can really do it. So just be encouraged.
I believe it, and I appreciate that. Yeah. I received that myself.
Yeah, good, good.
Yeah. Yeah. This is good stuff. Again, I always love talking to you. I love talking with you and going back and forth. But again, I don't believe this is just it. I can't wait to see the full manifestation of everything, that God has for you, and the fact that you're willing to leave some stuff to your children's children. That's
Hmm.
what God tells us to do anyway. And you're following his principles, so he's obligated, to be
Hmm.
a blessing to you.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity. I really do. And I appreciate your consistent encouragement
Uh-huh.
and your push
Uh-huh.
to get me out of my comfort zone. Because, we know I can plant my feet there in granite and just be like, nope, I'm good right here.
For real? For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm excited. I really am.
Thank
Really.
you. Thank you so
So,
much.
but I am so sorry. Well, this is good, and I can keep
Mhm.
saying I'll probably have you back next. Well, I guess I probably. I know I will. Let's talk again next month.
Okay.
Talk again next month. That's because again it's Women's Month. Let's just put some people on. And let's just share because we have to strengthen and encourage each other as we continue to build and I'm going to be providing, excuse me, I'm going to be providing some information that I believe will be beneficial, especially to women-owned small businesses within these next couple of weeks, so that people can jump on, get on board. And as I was getting ready, well, as I was saying prior, for our certifications, it's up to each individual preference on if they want to be certified or not. You just have to see what's going to work for you. But outside of that, how do we get monies to come in, and how do we
Hmm.
keep the monies in, and how do we um, produce? How do we continue
Right.
to produce
Right.
within our playing field, whatever service we offer? How are we able to do it? And let me say this, and then we're going to get off. One of the things I know that most people struggle with is, how much do I charge? Those are some of the things we want to talk about. Knowing your
Hmm.
worth. You know,
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
understand you can't just step out of the box and start charging $1,000 an hour, for certain
Hmm.
things, whatever. But how do you know how to set your fees. Who do you target? What is your niche? How do you make
Right.
this work?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to work it? So, yeah, we'll discuss those things. All right.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Well, let me get in here, take care of some personal stuff, and
Okay.
get ready to go and and really do some more business work. But I enjoyed you.
I enjoyed talking with you
Yes, ma'am.
and seeing your face.
Oh, don't make me blush. Don't make me blush. You're so sweet. All right. Well, we'll do this again next month, okay?
All righty. Sounds like a
All right.
plan.
All
All
right.
right.
Enjoy.
All right. You too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, you all. So there you go. KPI with Legacy Life. I'm so excited for what's going to take place in her life as well as in her business. So, yes, I'm looking forward to some great things and some resources coming down the pipeline to help her. So, with that, as I just said, the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be talking about some different things when it comes to business. I want to pass some information to you regarding certifications, how to go about getting certified. If you want to be certified, what are some of the what are some of the open doors? What are some of the open doors of opportunities that's available right now? And just really how to go after the monies. That's what's important. We all got bills. We all have things that we have to take care of. So, how do we take care of our personal and business finances? So we're going to come together, collaborate, and see how this thing works. For those of you who are just starting out, for those of you who need some assistance with continuous improvements, improvement. I don't mind coming to you. I don't mind doing a consultation. Feel free to make an appointment on Facebook up under Kingdom Producers Internationals, or you can give me a call at 704 594-2382. Check out my website, Kingdom Producers International, kingdomproducers.com for some information about the company. Also for the students, for the last 3 years, going on 4 years, we have offered student coaching and tutoring for K through 12th grade. So when COVID came in, we just extended a portion of our company to help the youth. So that is still available. We still are tutoring. I'm still tutoring rather, and trying to help make things happen for these kids. All right. So yeah, for the month of February, all of my services are half off. The consultation fees, whether you book me or not as your consultant or your coach, regardless, for the month of February, everything is half off. That means even if you book me for 6 months and you pay up front, your fee is half off. All right. So hope that make good sense to you. Let's make this happen. So I'm so excited again, just reaching out and being able to speak to some new businesses, some new Black owned businesses that has, say, hey, I'm ready to develop. All right. So with KPI, with God, and with KPI, prayerfully, we will all see the full manifestation of his glory. Okay. All right, you all. You have a good one.